No one can do it better. No one can do it better. No one can do it better. Here he is, the voice.
This is the listen to, so ask not a question. Not to be taken as a simple suggestion, but a warning. To whom it may concern, if knowledge is the key, then I think it's time you learn. So there is not the problem. So leaders are acknowledged. I don't follow them. I turn it to another degree. If I'm the D.O. to the C and growing like a tree and causing much destruction because of crushing, complimenting much, yeah, but never blushing hard like a criminal. And I'm subliminal in my own right. It's dope because I'm original, funky, unmistakably so. When the vocals are done, then you know it's all a matter of setting a date for America's most complete artist. But wait, make sure you keep the facts in mind. Don't mess with the great, cause I got like a 9 with a voice telling you the bullet's direction. I'm talking murder, but that's another section I need to explain by keeping my composure. There's no jerk in a sucker when he knows you're nothing but a villain, and that you'll kill him, so he's in fear. But ain't no need in spilling your guts to a nut. No, I am not your equal, meaning your equivalent. I'm more like Harrison. I got it together so clever no one could sever. Remember this forever.
No one can do it better. No one can do it better. No one can do it better.
Knowledge is the key, and hard work is the beat. For me to be the great at the start and remain to be a threat. Till the opposition is worn, taking as long as a song. Cause I was born with instincts to kill, a grave mentality. Over the edge and you say you wanna battle me? At your own risk, approach and be hosted. And in the end you may win or be roasted. But saying it's a part of a game, you think if you hang close to the one and you'll claim, but that's lame. And I'm like, damn. Another loser without an apology, so next time I'm a user. Little more force to get the message across. It's the DOC on the boss. Creating demonstrates I'm related to easy listening. But it's a Kristen and what you've been missing in exhibition. A new hip-hop introduction, smooth lyrical gab, and I do the conducting. Drop it on a rhythm. Something basic but new to the masses. It's like I'm starting classes. Better understand the direction in which I'm going. In fact, when I'm born, the news is a constant change from one minute to the next. I'm different cause I always show flex, and that's essential. That's why I got it together to the letter. And
no one can do it better. No one can do it better. No one can do it better.
I need to make it understood. The DOC is not a hood, not at all. Though I carry a weapon when I'm stepping, I'm not a murderer. Not in the sense of you're a custom. I fire with the sense of what's up and smoothly bust them. Opposition is taken, and that's a quote from the doc and the doctor. Cause yo, this ain't no joke. So if you smile, here's the outcome. Your teeth are gone, your mouth is numb. Don't get involved unless you're willing to risk murder by mic. Cause when they're ill and you gotta be weary, watchful, cautious, you'll be warned. Andrea and how the project born. Capable in any and every control. I get heavy when introduced to a medley, such as the case before the bass started whomping. I had to hook up with the boy from Compton. Searched and found the sound, then accepted the job of making LA well respected. Of course, with the help of a gang that's ruthless. Peace to the homies as I do this. What I mean is MC Ren is in the house. Ice Cube definitely in the house. DJ Yella together go with the whole. And Easy E is stupid chillin' cause he knows yo. No matter who's better, I'll be the dopest forever by kicking lyrics so clever that
no one can do it better. 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 No one can do it better.
Time is taken to dedicate peace to the homeboys. High energy, born with the wisdom, sense of a rich man, knowledge in the rhythm. This is what I'm using to come up with a style, so I'll interact all together better with the crowd. Nervous for a second and the record starts spinning and I fall into the state of man of what I've just created. Pumping like the doctor, the into the RE suckers ready to leap up on the tip when we made it. Created so I'll never be regarded as a regular, more than just a little bit better than my competitor. You should never underestimate the fashion. I hope for the stage whether I'm cooling or thrashing. Cracking the concoction created by me when read you read. E equals a D-O to the C. Knowledge and the talent that my mother had born to her equals an artist I won't be born. What is that, Dre?
It's the formula.
But it sounds good right there, James. You like it, right?
It's like a message that only I can understand. But those who wanna comprehend will again be in the midst of the brother. Unlike another in any way, cause Trey don't play. Say what the others say. Originality is a must. Whenever I bust, the funky composition is crushed. And I trust that you know it when you hear a funky record with potential. Be getting hyped because Trey rocking the instrumental. Nothing like what you've heard before and more, nevertheless. See, I don't fess. I mean, I'm like fresh, if not the freshest. When I'm expressing my thoughts on Ronnie, you can help but listen up and get caught on. Because I cook when I pick up a pen and begin in the end, it's dope. That's cause I wanna win. Knowledge and the talent that my mother had born to her equals a dot. What is it, Dre?
Yo, man, that's the formula.
Keeping it dope as long as I can imagine. Making each record that I do better than the last one. Take a little time, choose the topic and drop it, release it. The science of making dope beats with rhythmic American poetry. Shifted the stations, now many people know of me. I'm the D into the O and the O into the C and the C into the period. Suckers are fearing this when underdog style calculated by the great. Wait until just a second to get caught up in my record. Knew it, not a kid to be warned. If something's getting torn up, then I'm doing the tearing, not being torn. Shaping up to be one of the top vocalists, lyricists, and when you hear this, you shouldn't choke on this. Knowledge and the talent makes it valid for me to get it patent. Trey, tell them what I'm rapping.
The formula.
Y'all ready for this? Yeah! Rastafari, son of a one, and then comes the 2 to the 3 and 4. Then I drop the beat I have in store. Lay the lyrics on the top like a rod, make it sound smooth and later make a dub. Enunciate well, so that you can tell I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit. Nothing like an idiot. Get it? You want the record? Cool, I'm with it. Let the rhythm take you, shake it cause it makes you. As I turn the knob to the door, you escape through. Going like a knot, don't be a pump. And I let it play cause Dre said funky enough. Rasta. Let's get it funky, let's get it funky. Let's get it funky, let's get it funky. Let's get it funky, let's get it funky. Watch the smooth lyrics that take place. If you want another reason why it must be funky, yo, I am not a jackass, meaning not a donkey, so I will play the game like it should be played. Drop the funk and do the mix, so the
About time you got here, boy, I tell you. Been working with one of them niggers and he done stole everything that ain't nailed down.
Am I black? Y'all remember that school again? Am I black? No, y'all young people.
You are a Negro.
Y'all want to hear the
You are a Negro. You are a Negro. Funky Friday, baby. You are a Negro. Now say it, Negro, Negro. Say it, say it. Say it, Negro, Negro. Say it, say it, say it. Say it, Negro, Negro. Say it, Negro, Negro. Good. Look really well.
Am I black enough for ya? America, I don't need no ice to throw in America. All I need is my blackness. Some of us seem to lack this. Black joy and my black pride. Gonna be a black man till the day I die. Just rough the top and taking the stuff. All I really wanna know, y'all. Am I black enough? Black enough? Am I black enough for ya? Am I black enough for ya? Am I black enough for ya? We're gonna move on up one by one. We ain't gonna stop until the world is done. Am I black enough for ya? For ya? Am I black enough for ya? For ya? I'm black, too damn powerful, a silver bad boy, and get an outful. And if you're tired of the other MCs, come on in and get a listen for me, because the rhymes 14 carry. You suckers, you wanna grab it, but you run like a little bitty rabbit. For my 8 is a very bad habit. Cocaine, you still smoking, homie dude, you must be joking. My fat chain, I am so in all through school, you should be voting. On the MIC, I'm like a pit bull. My brain is so full of words, curves, accents, pronouns. Come on in and sit on down, just listen to what you've been missing. On the floor, your eyes will glisten. I see you wishing on the wishbone. My man's school is school, I'm never alone. Just drop the top and say it'll stop. All I really wanna know, y'all. Am I black enough? Black enough? Am I black enough for ya? Am I black enough for ya? Am I black enough for ya? We're gonna move on up one by one. We ain't
What's going on, Jessica James? You say I'm taking too long. It's a Funky Friday. I just wanted to hear a little music. If you had something that you wanted to hear, that's why I say, do you have something you want to hear? I would have played it for you. That's how we do on Friday. Now, Jessica James, I'll put the link in the chat, right? And you don't have to show your face up here if you don't want. You don't, but you got to show it in the back. I'll put your link in the chat so you can explain to me what Donald Trump did for the economy. And I'm going to tell you, I can't speak Spanish. Now, if you're talking about, yeah, I played the formula. No one can do it better. And Am I Black Enough for You by School of D. First two was by the DOC. The other one by School of D. Now, if you're talking about my brothers and sisters from Haiti, saying speaking Creole, I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. See, I'm going to flip it different, right? I'm going to talk about, when we talk about the immigration thing, I'm going to talk about it a little different. Because you know what we're doing? We are taking our anger out. Oh, they not your brother. You're not black. You're not of African descent. Because they're my brother. Actually, my grandson is Haitian. So they are my brothers and sisters. They might not be yours. So, but watch this. We want to take our anger out on immigrants and be mad with them. I'm going to come a little different. I'm going to come at you. I ain't coming sideways. I'm going to come right at you, right? So we want to take our anger out on them. But somebody have to be giving them jobs for them to continue to want to come over here. See, why are you complaining about poor people? And I've done the same thing. And watch this. And I'm not telling you I'm caping for an immigrant. But what I am doing, since we say we're going to fight the power that be, and y'all always talking about white supremacy, y'all always talking about that's the threat and what white supremacy do to you. So who do you think had the immigrants over here? Who do you think are giving them jobs? So we want to go at poor people who's looking for a job and opportunity to change their life. Why don't y'all say something? Once again, my point stand, we don't like to say nothing about them rich white folk, right? I'm talking about the ones that crap on you. I'm talking about the ones that got you saying if you don't speak Spanish or Creole. Now, I have never seen a sign that say you have to be able to speak Creole. I don't know where you live. I don't know where you live. I don't know where you live if you saw that sign somewhere that you have to be able to speak Creole. But you do know people from New Orleans speak Creole. A lot of them. They speak Creole. Oh, yeah, that's right, because them people from New Orleans, a lot of them came here. They brought them here from Haiti. So when you say they ain't your brothers and sisters, most of them people from New Orleans ain't your brothers and sisters either, then don't claim them. See, rich people have the uncanny ability to make poor people constantly argue and want to fight one another. You understand? They constantly make us fight each other. So now it has gone from poor folks from the white race and poor folks from other races, you know, fighting black folks, to poor people from the same black race fighting one another. Black people from the United States, the American Africans and Africans in America, born here, came here through enslavement. Now they're mad at other black people. They are mad at other black people, but they ain't gonna say nothing about them billionaires who bringing them here. So if you live in an area, in a farm area, why don't you go to the farm? See, when we talk about, because all this go together, right? So when we talk about grocery prices, prices went up because there's not an abundance. So if they tell you there's not an abundance, they tell you it's not much, so then prices will go up, right? Unless it's Jordans. Jordans can be in an abundance and they'll still go up and folks gonna pay for them. Not me, but I'm just saying. But anyway, so when you go to these areas where they're doing their farming, go look and see on those farms, those Spanish-speaking people. Now, black people don't work on their farms no more, and I don't blame them, because in 2024, they want you to come work on their farm for $10, $12 an hour, right? So they have workers come here from South America, and they would do it. Now, the problem is what we're not talking about, if black people ain't doing it no more, and the food is not getting in the store, they got to bring in immigrants to start getting the food back in the store, right? Hopefully they can help with prices. So then the people that own the farms, we know who they are. Don't seem like they know what the hell they're doing. But somehow, some way, they get off the hook. Nobody ever say anything about them. Nobody never say anything about these filthy rich companies who's bringing them in, paying them. We just say, get rid of the immigrants. What about the people that paying them? Or are y'all scared to look? Or are y'all scared to fight up? I know it was one guy on here said one time, not on my panel, he said, you don't fight up, you fight down, you fight what you can handle. See, this immigrant thing is way more than Donald Trump getting his dumb idiot ass standing up there screaming, talking about immigrants, while his wife is a male or the bride immigrant. Y'all never talk about the white immigrants, because I noticed you said Spanish, talking about the Latinos and Creole, talking about my Haitian brothers and sisters, right? I noticed that's what you talked about. Black people and brown people. And then some of those Latinos, not much of them, but some of them our cousins too. But don't nobody ever say nothing about the Russians and the Ukrainians and all those people that's here, or white people that overstay their visa. Y'all following Trump's lead. You all are following Trump. So guess what? Hyundai shouldn't be able to do no business. How about that? How about Hyundai shouldn't be able to do no business? How about Hyundai get fined $5-10 million and you can't do no business? The same thing. See, but we keep talking about the black and the brown. Of course the Chinese do it, right? And in all honesty, everybody do it. And I'm going to tell you something now. I voted for Kamala. But I also know on that side, they are going to keep the immigrants coming because we are not. And I'm not mad because we are not. We are not working on the farm. I want y'all to understand when I say we are not working on their farms anymore, I'm not blaming us. I'm blaming this crooked ass system because they still want people who know how to farm to go and work for $10, $12 an hour. I'm not blaming us for not being on the damn farm working. I'm blaming the system for how they want to treat the people who know how to get the work done. So when they are not getting the work done, they bring other people in because their lazy ass is doing in 2024, and it's going to be done in 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31. Don't care how far you go. They're doing the same thing now that they did when they first came here and then brought Africans here later, enslaved. They are too lazy to do the work or don't know how to do the work. They either don't know how. What's up with Newly, baby? They either don't know how to do the work or too lazy to do the work. But nobody ever talk about them. But I am. I know y'all want to talk bad about some black people, but I am. It's coming. Because I'm going to talk about us understanding threats. See, we can say the immigrants is a threat. I'm not saying they're not. But for all y'all black people that have problem with immigrants, I'm willing to bet you went to an immigrant store today. I'm willing to bet you went to an immigrant store today. I'm willing to bet you them people you talking about speaking Spanish is more in a black person yard in your community if you live there. If you live in one. See how that work? But y'all got a problem with them. But y'all gonna harm them mow your grass because they're a little bit cheaper than the brother and the sister that been doing it all this time. Y'all gonna harm them to paint your house because they're a little bit cheaper. Y'all gonna hire them to do all the stuff black folks used to get hired for, but then complain about them, but y'all following suit of the person you said you gonna vote for. Y'all following suit of people that y'all call, not me, because I don't believe in no white supremacy because it's only a belief. But the people that y'all call white supremacy, y'all are following their lead. Now I'm gonna ask you, like Schoolie D, am I black enough for you? Am I black enough for you? Am I black enough for you? But we going in them damn corner stores. Huh? We going there. I don't. But I'm saying we because I'm speaking as a group. We going there. We giving them our money. We don't want to boycott nothing. We don't want to stop going. We got Nikes on your feet. You got all them European names on your back of your clothes. You think you living flashy because you can call their name. I got Gucci. I got Louis Vuitton. I got Levi's. I got Nike. I got Adidas. I got Pumas. I know y'all say Puma. I say Puma clowning. I got Pumas. But y'all keep complaining, but ain't changed nothing. Keep complaining, but ain't changed nothing because we don't want to accept responsibility. So then we turn around and we say, you know what? It's the Democrats' fault. We can blame Democrats for everything that the Democrat has done, but it's not their fault or nobody else's fault that we give all our money away. Y'all don't want to talk about that part though. Y'all don't want to talk about that part though. That part right there is hard to talk about. Us looking in the mirror. Watch this. I tell people I ain't never owned a Michael Jackson album. And I haven't. But I did have a radio growing up. And I know this song. Start with the damn man in the mirror. Ain't that what Mike? Y'all love Michael Jackson. Y'all love him. Start with the man in the mirror. Y'all don't want to talk about it. Y'all don't want to talk about what we can do. We keep sitting around. They got to give us reparations. So what you gonna do if they don't give you reparations? What you gonna do to reparations come? I will speak hypothetically like a reparation gonna come. Like they're gonna reparate your ass. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do until they come? Are we gonna boy? Because if you get reparations right now, you just gonna do the same thing. Go give it to the same people that's in your neighborhood right now. They send their kids to college and we gonna be complaining. Thank you very much, our matron. Most of these people that say different, they have joined, black people have joined the MAGA cult. That's why I call them blacker. So what are we gonna do? So I told you I'm gonna come, like I said, I'm gonna come at the immigrant thing a little different. And don't nobody wanna talk about that part of the immigrants. Because we just wanna complain. Eventually we're gonna have to stop complaining. Eventually you're gonna just have to understand, like, damn, these people want them here for this. We ain't working on them farms no more. And I'm not saying we should. Damn, people doing that back-breaking work in 2024 for $10, $12 an hour. Huh? It don't make sense. So they'll bring other people in to do it. But instead, you complain about the other people they're bringing in to do it, but you ain't gonna say nothing about the people that's paying them to do it. When that really should be the focus. When that really should be the focus. Mr. and Miss, I built this country. Mr. and Miss, I built this country. Mr. and Miss, we built this country. That should be, oh, my bad. Y'all can't talk about the people who y'all built this country for under distress, huh? Under horrible conditions, with a dog at your ankles, a gun to your head, and a whip on your back. You can't talk about the people that did that to you. So you have to talk about the people they're bringing in, who's doing the farming now. But we should be, huh? If you're gonna be out there, and if we ain't got the land and you're gonna work, shit, we at least, we don't boycott. We ain't gonna protest. So when they got people in here doing jobs $12 an hour, when them black folks should have been out there making $30, $40 an hour, working on their farm. You steady talking about immigrants, Jessica Jane. I'm kind of suspect of you. You steady talking about immigrants. Don't want to talk about what created the immigrant crisis. The immigrants didn't create, if it's a crisis, the immigrants didn't create the immigrant crisis. This ratchet, crooked ass country that y'all love created the immigrant crisis. And now you got a lot of y'all people. Well, the Mexicans, they just work harder. They just work harder. I'm gonna call them to mow my grass. I'm gonna call them to paint my house. I'm gonna call them to do my plumbing. I'm gonna call them for everything, and while I'm calling them, I'm gonna complain about it. Then I'm gonna go to Habib up the street, and spend my money with him. Or I'm gonna go to our pool and spend my money with them. Then I'm gonna go over there to Hunji and Young to buy the hair to get my beauty supply product. Huh? Then I'm gonna go to Xing Zhao Zhu to get that fried rice that they call chicken. But then while I sat down and eat their food, spend my money on their beauty supply products, while they paint my house, while they do our plumbing, while they mow our grass, I'm going to complain about them. I'm going to complain about them while I do all that stuff. Because y'all don't want to talk about the people that conditioned y'all. That's why y'all don't understand the threat. That's why y'all accept all this disrespect and think it's okay while nobody else do it. So now, perfect segue, I'm going to slide. I'm going to slide on into the disrespect that we accept, understanding threats and the disrespect that we accept. But I don't think we understand what a threat is, especially when we get on social media. We have to sound really tough. You sound scared. You sound scared. Okay, well, I sound scared. How the hell I sound scared? Because I can sit up there and hear somebody literally calling for the hurt of black people. Because I can literally hear somebody calling for the hurt of black people. Because I can literally hear somebody calling for the hurt of black people. Then say something about it. I sound scared. No, the scared ones is the ones that don't want to say nothing about it and don't want to attempt to do nothing about it. See, we don't understand threats. We don't understand threats. When somebody go to line, they eating the dogs and the cats. When they calling for purge on black cities, then they sending out tweets from over there. Then you got the fat Roseanne Barr woman talking about we gonna have to get rid of these people because they ain't just eating dogs and cats. They also eating the babies. Y'all ain't heard all this from MAGA. Oh, my bad. Y'all ain't heard all this from MAGA. My bad. If y'all want to hear it, I'll play it for you. I don't like people to just take my word, even though I know I'm telling the truth. But you ain't got to just take my word. We don't understand threats. We don't understand the dog whistle. We don't see, they can ride around and threaten FEMA while FEMA is trying to help people from the hurricane in North Carolina. They can get their militia and run them away. And the only thing we can do is say, well, I don't think they'll do nothing like that. They just talking. But I'm going to show you the difference. When they saw something that could possibly be a threat, when they saw, see, Jessica James, we were cool. I was letting you say, oh, you ain't hear that? I'll play it for you. I'll play it for you. I thought you was repeating that. Are you repeating that, saying they were eating people in Haiti? Is that what you're saying? Because if that's what you're trying to say, you might have to bounce if that's what you're trying to say. But when these people saw something that was possibly a threat, how far do we want to go back? Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. What happened to him? Malcolm X. I'm going way back for y'all. When they see something that might be a threat, Kwame Ture, he left the country. Khalid Abdul-Muhammad. And last but not least, the one that y'all really hate, the one who had a militia with 5,000 black people marching around. Grandmaster Jay, what happened to him? When they see a threat, they don't say, well, they ain't gonna do nothing. Their goal is to do everything in their power to eliminate the threat. So let's put him in jail for 8 years. We ain't got to worry about them other black folks doing nothing because we've been listening to social media, and everybody on social media, all they did was talk negative about it. Now they'll talk negative about him, but find something good to say about Donald Trump. They'll talk negative about him. They'll talk negative about him. They will talk negative about him, but make excuses for Donald Trump. See, everybody else understand what a threat is. Don't nobody else stand for the disrespect. Y'all know what anti-Semitism is, right? Talk about a Jew. Did y'all see how the Puerto Ricans rallied when they stood at that thing and started talking about when he called Puerto Rico island of floating garbage? But you know what we do? But you know what we do? We look to make excuses. I'm gonna put you in timeout for a little while, Jessica James, because you talking about somebody said the Haitians was eating people. So you just gonna be in timeout for a little while. Well, I ain't trying to ban you. I don't even know how to unban. I didn't mean to do that. Hey, whoever is a moderator, go through there and unban her. Just time her out. I didn't mean to ban her from the channel. If y'all know how to do that, take the ban, lift the ban. Lift the ban, Anuli or grandma used to say, if y'all know how to lift the ban. Because I don't know how to lift the ban. I did not mean to do that, Jessica James. I did not mean to do that. So if y'all can't unban her, take the ban out, lift the ban, lift the ban, lift the ban, lift the ban. I did not mean to ban her. I apologize. I'm gonna figure out how to lift the ban. Our matron, do you know how to lift the ban? Do you know how to lift the ban? Because I didn't mean to ban her. I was just trying to put in time out and it automatically banned her. They got a thing on there, put in time out and ban up. So anybody know how to do that? Let me give our matron a moderator. Let me make you a moderator. Yeah, I don't even know how to do that no more. They done changed so much. There you go. Just made you a moderator. Let me see if I can lift the ban out. Okay. You might be able to come back, Jessica James, because it said you were timed out for 1 minute. Because I didn't mean to bang you. I do apologize. I didn't mean to bang. Even though you saying some crazy stuff. But you really only said one crazy thing. You weren't saying a whole lot of crazy stuff. You just said one crazy thing. Y'all give me 1 second. Thank you very much, Anuli, for that. But that was like what you said. That's like if they banned my channel on YouTube. Yeah, I know they keep changing everything. They used to have a way. Well, anyway, y'all tell me where I was at. Well, what was it? We were still talking about how they want the immigrants here and how they are creating everything that they're creating. Now, I'm not saying these people ain't gonna come here and see themselves like they ain't gonna come here, Mexicans and Guatemalans, and be cool with us. That's not what they understand what they're working with. But what I'm saying is when they come in here illegally, somebody is bringing them here. That's all I'm saying. Somebody was bringing them here. Somebody, my homeboy, we was talking today, and he was telling me about the bus that he saw them on, and they were riding. They were going, give me 1 second, and they were going to South Georgia on a bus to go to work on from there, just farm workers in some of those towns. like Cartier, Georgia, some of those small farm towns down there with all that land. You go, that's who working on the farms now. So they want them here. So I don't care who's saying it. When they talking about what they gonna do and how they're gonna get and how they're gonna keep immigrants from here and they don't want them here. I don't care who's saying it. They're not telling the truth. They're not, because they're, you know, organization and money rule the day. So therefore, they taking money to let them come in. Now, a lot of people, and we were talking about the threats, right? A lot of people, when they hear the stuff Donald Trump say, because I got caught up trying to unblock Jessica James, and I really don't know how, and I'm sorry. I've been going through that trying to unblock you. I apologize. I'm gonna figure it out, and you can come back, because I was not trying to ban you from the channel. See, some people don't hear the things that Donald Trump say as a threat. It's because they don't want to hear it as a threat. And that's why I was explaining when I named some American African fighters here who was fighting for our cause in whatever way they were fighting. White people understood that it could be a threat, and the goal is to eliminate the threat. Because you feel if you take the leader away, and that's with anything, if you take the leader away, now the people have to regroup, or the people just stop because their leader is gone. You have gotten rid of their leader, so their leader is gone. So now you have to start over. You have to regroup. Or if they get rid of your leader, that take your motivation away. That take their inspiration away in some cases. And there's a lot of cases, you know, with us, which it happens. Because when they go, when was the last time you seen the NFAC? Now, I'm a firm believer in we shouldn't be all on YouTube, on social media, showing everything, making everything a show. But I understand why we do it, because we want them to know that we're not scared. But more importantly, now this is my thinking, this is my understanding. More importantly, we want our people to know that you have some brothers and sisters out here that ain't scared, and we got your back. So we gonna pump fake in their face. But see, when you get up in their face and start grilling them, and we're not organized enough, not nearly organized enough, not nearly organized enough, not nearly organized enough, right? So when they take them away, they know we're not gonna do so, but we in their face and we're talking. And when it's like, you ever about to get in a fight and you see two people arguing and somebody fake at the other one, and everybody like, what you flinching for? Because you don't want to get hit. You might not even think but you in his face to show that you ain't scared. But sometimes in this situation, it ain't always good to show. You can allow people to think what they want to think. We supposed to be organizing in the background. We supposed to be communicating in the background. We supposed to be talking on platforms that are not theirs. Even if we had to talk on the phone and have code words to set up a meeting and have a meeting place so we can talk, so we can organize the way it should be organized. So instead of 5,000 people being out there, it should have been a lot of us. You understand? Jessica James is back riding Trump. I got the Jessica James, but he was on Trump. Was at a Trump rally. Trump didn't denounce it, so Trump condoned it. He didn't denounce it. He did not denounce it, so therefore he condoned it. So, but being in their face and pump faking over here in this land, in this country, and when I'm saying pump faking, not necessarily saying, oh, you know, you scared, but letting them know what you want to do to them over here. Now, we have to do that a little different. It's good to show you're not scared. You don't let them see you once. You don't let them see you twice. Now the next time they see you, it's gonna be a secret. They ain't gonna know we coming. We just gonna pop up. We ain't gonna have nothing saying. We ain't gonna come and ask y'all for pay so we can come march through your city. Now we don't just pop up. We gonna just come pop up and we gonna do what we're supposed to do. Protect our people at all costs. But protecting our people and take care of our people is more than just having a heart to go out there with guns and bullets, because everybody's not meant for that. So protecting our people is being able to feed our people, especially taking care of our elderly, doing for our elderly the way that we should, taking care of our youth, looking care of our youth in our community, talking to our students and our children that's in school, our students, and help guide them the way, you know, that's best for them. Everybody's not going to go to college for 4 years. Some people just gonna want to trade. Some people gonna want to be a certified welder. You understand? So we have to let people, some people gonna want to be a truck driver, and we have to let people know that those are good fields and the things that you can do with those fields. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. Taking care of us and protecting us is not just with guns and bullets. Is it important? Everything we do, all of that, yes, it's important. Yes, it is important. But our elderly being able to get to the doctor, our elderly being able to get to the grocery store, our elderly being able to get the things that they need once we organize and we truly organize and we have a way to get them back and forth without always depending on other people, always depending on Lyft and Uber. That's also taking care of our people. We have parents, single moms, and now we having more single dads today. So I'm gonna say single parents, right? Who need help. And that's part of taking care of the community as well. And everybody have a role to play. Because it's not going to be, trust me, I've been one of the ones, man, y'all cowards, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. And I'm going to be honest, that's something that I learned, you know, because that's not everybody's role. It's going to be some people's role that's built to take the elderly to the stores and do all that. It's built because everybody going, in all of it, you know, if we were truly organized, we would have all this, we would have all of this set up instead of sitting on social media, figuring out a way to fight one another. I mean, that's our biggest thing. We want to sit on social media and we want to fight. We want to prove that I'm bigger than you and I'm stronger than you, or you ain't, or what the FBA and they don't say, oh, you're a tether. So we have this and you don't. Y'all don't have nothing. If where you from is so great, why you here? Because we looking to fight one another. Because we looking to fight one another. Because we're looking to fight one another. Is there some fear in that? Yes, it's mostly fear, I would say that. Because we don't say nothing about the ones. But we will talk about, just like when you talk about the political party, black people only talk about one side. I'm not Democrat nor Republican, I'm black. But I can say this, in this election, when you listen to social media, black people would just make up lies on one side and excuse the bigot that want to kill the exonerated five still today. They make excuse for everything that he does. Everything he do is an excuse. It's a reason. It's an excuse. It's an excuse. It's an excuse. But then they will go talking about Barack Obama, who was president in 2008. Instead of looking and comparing the two presidential candidates, today they have to go back, right? So that's why I say there's a little fear involved. And they know what side they can talk about. They know who they can talk about. They know who they can get. Like you hear people on here, they won't even use the word Jew. I heard somebody say, well, you know, the people I'm talking about, Iran with flu. Huh? Like they won't say Jew, but they will call us the N-word in a heartbeat. They'll call black woman a B in a heartbeat. But they won't say spit, because Latinos ain't gonna put up with it. They ain't gonna say wetbacks, because Mexicans ain't gonna put up with it. But we will talk about one another all the time. And if I say I'm not the N-word and ask you not to call me that, then they get upset and want to explain to me why I am the N-word and why I should be okay with them calling me that. Understanding threats and the fear and the disrespect that we accept. Let me see, I got a couple things I want. See if I can find something right quick. I got a couple things I want to play. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this when I start to play it. First, let me know if y'all can hear this.
Les, would you rather have the black president or the white president who got 1.7 billion off the price? I think they want the white guy right now.
Did y'all hear that? Who y'all want, the black one or the white one? Oh man, I played that. I played them. Oh man, you know what? I can't just play this. I got to pull this one up. This is the one I'm going to show you. When people say they're just talking. So when people say they're just talking, I want you to see this. This ain't the first time it happened either. Y'all let me know if y'all have seen it. Let me know if you can hear it. Say something so you can hear. y'all see it? Can y'all hear it? I want y'all to understand that this guy, these people have been emboldened. I want y'all to see this. So when you hear people talking about, oh, they're just talking, they ain't gonna do none of that. Oh, you can hear. So I'm gonna play the first one for you again then. Since you say you can hear, thanks for letting me know.
I do. Wow. 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 I might want to work with him. I may want to work with
South Carolina man tossed pistols around while refusing to remove his lead.
You could hear it then, right?
Election season is here. Remember, who you vote for is secret, but whether you vote is public information. Your friends, family, and neighbors can look up your voting record. This year, whether by mail, early, or on November 5th.
A Florida man has been arrested on allegations that he intimidated voters, scaring some and preventing them from casting their ballots. Now, this right here is the booking photo of that man charged, Nicholas Farley. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office says he was shouting, quote, intimidating remarks about a Jewish candidate, scaring people away as he drove, quote, recklessly. A lot to discuss here, so I do want to bring in Rick Bradshaw, the sheriff of Palm Beach County, Florida. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today.
Hey, good morning.
All right, so first off, I do want to talk to you about the overall situation. Can you break down what we know about really what this guy is accused of doing?
Well, we had an encounter in a park between this guy and some people in the park in October, like about the 3rd, where he was driving through, doing the same thing, loud music, yelling at people in the park, terrible, racial remarks at the people in the park. We couldn't locate him at that time, and we didn't have enough information to figure out who it was. Then we got the call at the voting poll out in the similar area, and the people said, "Look, here's what's going on. The guy's playing horrible music. He's yelling stuff out the window closer than the 150-foot limit, very close to where voters are, and he's yelling stuff about a Jewish candidate." And it's I don't know the exact words, but
Well, we know he's gonna be in jail. He said something about a Jew. You can say something about some black folks though, because we don't stick together. Hold on, let me go to the other one right here. Let me find it so you can hear it.
I know Kamala Harris will protect my rights and stop a national abortion ban. She's the only choice for me.
Boss, $200. Give me a socket set.
$200? Have you used all the tools in this truck?
Hey.
To say your piece is your First Amendment protected right, but that goes out the window the moment you raise a machete over your head in a threatening manner.
Yes, a machete. Neptune Beach, Florida police say they arrested 18-year-old Caleb Williams waving that 18-inch blade. Police allege he was threatening Democratic voters walking into an early voting site.
Williams decided to brandish that machete over his head at two female victims, ages 71 and 54 years of age, which were in fear at that point, called the police, and we arrived less than 1 minute later.
This is Mr. Williams' mugshot. He's been charged with aggravated assault and improper exhibition of a weapon. Police say he was with 7 other teenagers whose behavior did not cross into criminality, even though the group effort was clearly offensive.
The group was there for no other reason but for ill intentions to cause a disturbance. This is not an incident of solely a First Amendment protected right, but rather one where they were simply there to cause a ruckus.
Police say they dispersed all the teens except for Williams. For aggravated assault and waving a machete at somebody qualifies, a conviction carries a mandatory minimum sentence of 3 years in jail. It's not clear if Williams is a MAGA diehard or just a teenage imbecile. Nonetheless, the local Republican Party in Duval County just proved that the area is full of MAGA imbeciles. The local GOP issued a statement saying the incident took place in the context of incendiary rhetoric by Democrats. Quote, in an environment of high political tension where President Trump has survived 2 assassination attempts and Republican supporters are derided as Nazis and called garbage by Joe Biden, we urge calm as we approach the end of this election season. Ah, yes, the party which claims to stand for personal responsibility says a kid waving a machete at voters is the fault of Democrats. We'll be back to that in a moment. First, in the final few days of this election, across the United States, there have been several arrests of MAGA Republicans. In Indiana, former Republican congressional candidate arrested for stealing ballots, Larry Savage, age 51, faces charges in Madison County. In Delaware County, Pennsylvania, Republican Party leader Val Bianciniello was arrested for allegedly harassing voters and telling them who to vote for.
Wow. That's crazy.
And in Missouri, a teenager faces charges for stealing Harris Wolf yard signs, an incident that his conservative mom said was funny.
This is where they all are.
I'm sorry, this is funny. Why don't you just take them off? Here you go, liberals.
Well, it's more than that, actually.
No, it's not.
Now, I don't need to continue, or do I need to continue when I say these folks ain't just talking and we don't understand the threat of what a threat is? Do I need to show where they were running FEMA away from helping people in North Carolina? Do that need to be shown? So when I say black people don't understand threats, or you can be threatened and you accept all kind of disrespect, you can be threatened, you can be crapped on, you figure out a way to laugh it off. My lady who's a therapist, Anula, she says it's a coping mechanism. It could be, right? Because we have these discussions. It's a coping mechanism. But people can crap on you, talk about you like a dog, and you don't hear it. You laugh it away and go all the way back. Well, what about Joe Biden? We talking about right now. I ain't talking about 1990 nothing. Not at this moment. But when you say it, they won't do that. Bwana, he ain't here tonight. Thought he might show up, but he didn't. They won't do none of that stuff. We're so disorganized, if anything jump off right now, I would just be completely honest, man. We'll get obliterated. Huh? Few of us, some of us gonna be able to, but we're so disorganized and we don't want to. Because we don't want to offend what you claim you fight. You don't want to offend or upset so-called white supremacy, even though you claim you fighting it. That's why you side with it. So it's easy to become manosphere and start fighting against your own women, because that's an easier battle, because the person that y'all follow telling y'all about modern women, also said in one of his little things and promised, trust me, I ain't white, somebody showed me this. You never fight up, you always fight down. So y'all was listening to somebody giving y'all a cowardly message. So now y'all are repeating that cowardly message, and you come to me as if I'm going to accept the cowardly message. Thank you, Aunt Jams. Appreciate you. Yeah, I got to show who I am. One of my friends told me, he said, man, you got to show who you are so you can relate to the people. So that's why I show who I am. I feel I've shown myself enough for people to know who I am, but I'm going to continue to show myself because I want people to know, who I am. A few people know. I'm gonna tell you something, man, Jams. Me and my lady were together in the store, and a young man, I think he said he was like 25. He walked up to me and shook my hand. He knew who I was. Said he appreciate the message that I give. So that made me feel good because I talk to the youth, the young people all the time. Give them books, and I'm gonna tell you, man. Remember I was telling you. I know y'all don't hear me talk about the book drive I have, and I give little kids books. I'm gonna tell you what surprised me and made me feel good. I saw some of our young teenagers, early 20s, like, you don't give us books. I'm like, you want books? Yeah, where should we start? So I've been giving out books to 19, 21, 22-year-old because they want to learn about Black history. You understand? So I tell them our history didn't start here. Our history started in Africa. So, I let them, they going to know about here because this is where they from. Wherever, this is where we from because we were brought here. This is where we were. We from there and here. Let me see if I can say it. We from there, we were forced here. So this is where we were born and raised. So I let them, they need to know about this. They need to know about Africa. They need to know about all our people. So, but I'm glad you said that. I ain't gonna ever hide my identity from my people. So when you see me, you know who I am. Now back to understanding these threats. Back to accepting disrespect. And why do we do it? Then we turn and we want to compare ourselves to other people when it shouldn't be done. Jessica James asked me, do you watch Fox News? I will, sometimes. I'll watch news when I watch. Okay, Aunt Jams, the black men that keep saying the MAGA equal KKK without the hood movement doesn't concern them. Live in states like California, not Georgia, Florida, Carolina. You're correct. The black men talking all tough revolutionary talk usually don't show their face anywhere on social media. They also mostly live in more safe, progressive states like Cali, Illinois, Penn, and New York. Yeah. But yeah, we already talked about that one, but thank you. Yeah, I all the time, and that's what we have to do. And I want them to understand the threat. I want them to get to where you don't have to accept disrespect from none of these people. You don't have to accept the disrespect that they give and figure out a way to laugh it off. I want our youth to be way more organized than what we are. I talk to my son and his friends all the time. My son is a junior at Jackson State University, right? I talk to them all the time because there's so much, they're part of a fraternity. And they do stuff now at school, and I tell them, you have to always stay in the community. Y'all have all these opportunities. And you're getting opportunities. You don't ever forget about your community. I talk to them all the time. I talk, of course I talk to my son, I raised him. But I even talk to his friends and they listen and they understand. You don't ever turn your back on your community. Teach when y'all going to the schools and y'all reading to these little kids, teach them to be proud of who they are. You don't have to accept disrespect from Donald Trump. You don't have to accept disrespect from that bastard, from none of those bigots that's a MAGA. You don't have to accept none of it. Once we organize, once we truly organize, we'll learn how to move properly in this thing. What's going on, forecast? But right now, we are so disorganized, we don't know how to move properly because of the disorganization. Because of that. I don't know you, Jessica James. Are you a bigot? Are you a bigot? Because you asked me that and you laughed. So I'm asking you, are you a bigot? So now, once again, the disrespect that we accept, we don't have to. When people can grab a mic and talk about what I'm gonna say that he said Chicago got a high black population. Philly. Why are you saying wow? And you can't be a bigot because you're black and you wanna this. So why you say wow if you made that statement? Chicago, Philly, Atlanta, Detroit are all black, high black population cities, right? Even though if they are not majority in each city like Chicago, and then I don't know if they're the majority in Philly or not, so I have to look into that. So, but they have a high black population, and you have someone can grab a mic and want to call for a purge on it. And when those questions are asked, the only thing people can say is, yeah, but what about Obama in 2016? I'm like, this Obama had nothing to do with the question that was asked. But Jessica James, I didn't call you a bigot because you was a Trump supporter. I said he was a bigot. Maybe you want to be a bigot. Are you black? You say you're black. So I'm going to ask you a question, Jessica James. I'm going to ask you a question. Since you're talking to me, because I always tell people, talk to me, baby, and I'll talk back. Talk to me and I'll talk back. So you asked me a question. I answered it. So I want you to answer mine. What is it that Donald Trump's message, that bigot, that bastard, the coward is what he is, right? Piece of shit is what he is, right? What is it when he can talk, his message, now because you say you black, Jessica James, his message resonate with neo-Nazis and KKK and resonate with you as a black person at the same time? Answer that question. Can you answer that question for me, Jessica James? How does his message resonate with you as a black woman, as you say? How does it resonate with you, the neo-Nazis, and the KKK at the same time? She is not black, even if she's black on the outside. Her mind and inner being relate more with white. So that answer your question, he gonna get immigrants out. I've already told y'all about the immigrants. See, that's the thing about it. Y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen. Y'all do not listen. Hold on one second. I just broke my thing. Damn it. Y'all don't listen. I just told y'all about the immigrants. So he ain't getting no immigrants out. Forecast, I see you say, what's up, man? Did I speak back? If I did, my bad. What's going on, Forecast? I just told y'all about the immigrant thing. You done went all the way to the immigrants. Ain't gonna stop no immigrants from coming in. They need the immigrants here to work in. They need the immigrants to come working. Now, that is one job that black people don't want to do no more. And I don't blame them. I'm not blaming black people for not wanting to go work in those people's fields and get $10, $12 an hour in 2024. So they're going to keep bringing in. They're going to let the immigrant in so the immigrant can work on those farms. But while you complaining about the immigrants, you ain't complaining about them rich white folks that giving them their money. You ain't complaining about them bigots that would rather give them to help them save money. Yeah, I don't know what they get. They just like to talk. You know what, Aunt Jams? They probably gonna say the two women that was in the Olympics that was proven that they called a man, but was proven to be women. They had the one from South Africa that won in track and field that was proven to be a woman. And then the one in the past Olympics that won in boxing that was proven to be a woman. But once social media spin a narrative, they don't care about no damn fact. Once they spin a narrative, they don't care what's the truth. And took all the scholarship. Okay, what's his name, man, Jam? What's his name? Now, once we organize or we get some land and we farm, or we start dealing with our black farmers, going to them, and we figure out the way to open us up, have our own farmers market where we can have vegetables and stuff that we have talked about so many times, we wouldn't be concerned about who they hire on their farm and about the vegetables and everything being so expensive because we working with our farmers and we getting it from them. And but we are so disorganized. We are so disorganized where we can't do it. With all these farmers, they have black farmers, they have down south. With all these black farmers we have down south. And with all that land out west, I'm quite sure there's some out there. There is no way that in 2024, about to go into 2025, we shouldn't be organizing nationwide and we can be moving our own fruits and vegetables and whatever. With all these black truck drivers we have, and all these black farmers we have, and all these black business people we have, there is no way. What else you gonna need? Somebody tell me what else we would need. There is no way we shouldn't be organized nationwide and helping one another out. But we're so disorganized and we don't understand the threat. And Jessica James said the Democrats believe in giving children surgery. What child got surgery, Jessica James? I'm gonna tell you something. I know one child that got surgery. There was a Dwayne Wade son, and he's in Florida, where Ron DeSantis is, a MAGA governor. What other child got surgery? Trump said, hell no, he ain't paying nobody health care. Trump don't even have a plan for it. Please don't mention nothing about Trump and no health care no more, Jessica James. He don't have no plans. He have concept. He have concepts of a plan of what he want to do for health care. Okay? And if you are black and you supporting Trump, something is wrong with you mentally. Really. Really. It really is. But Jessica James, I let you back so you control. I don't think you black. I know you troll. It's okay. But like I said, if you want to come up and say what you got to say, you do not have to show your face on camera. I will put the link in the chat. You can come up and say what you got to say, but I have to be able to see your face in the back. Can't nobody else see your face in the back but me. So did anybody want to come up and speak on understanding the threat and why we accept so much disrespect or anything that I showed tonight? Or when I showed the videos of how these people out here acting, and we'll get people get on camera and say, we'll get on the mic and say, well, they won't do it, but they're already doing it. Ant Jam's in North Carolina. He know about the MAGA militias. running FEMA off, won't even let them help the people because they don't want people to accept no help from the Biden administration. They would rather suffer. Now tell me how crazy that is. They would rather suffer. They would rather suffer than accept, whether you like that president or not, whether you like the administration or not, you would rather suffer, and you would rather follow a dude who wants you to suffer. So you won't take the help from the people. They caught one of them. One of them went to jail. He was out there with something. He wasn't threatening nobody, but he had a loaded pistol and a loaded rifle. Why he telling them he need to leave? They need to leave. And after he done put on Twitter what he planned to do to FEMA if they don't. But he's out on a $50,000 bond. What kind of mess is that? You don't need no makeup. All you gotta do is just let me see your face. Turn your camera on. I see you, then turn it off. Bam. Then you ain't got to be on camera no more. Won't nobody see you. Won't nobody know what you look like but me. Nobody. You're right. People can vote for who they want. I didn't say you was trolling because you vote for Trump. Some of that stuff you're saying, I say you're trolling. That's why I say you're trolling. When you say somebody, you claim somebody told you that Haitian people was eating dogs and cats. Because they seen them do it. Now y'all let me know if y'all can hear this.
If you've ever dreamed of owning an apartment complex and you live near one of these cities, then you've got to see the same ad that I saw 3 years ago. It was for a masterclass that came to.
You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. They do, Tucker. Stop staring at me like that.
You're freaking me out, man. Because you spent your life in the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this.
So many kids that I was in mental institutions with over the years, they are all from those cults. And they've covered it all up. They covered it all up. And, you know, I just pray to God.
Tucker Carlson has been going around the country. He's been doing lectures for people, talks, if you will.
Now, what I'm going to ask this question again, Aunt Jams and anybody else. Any black person that's talking about they capable. How is it Trump message can relate to people like Roseanne Barr and relate to you at the same time? Suckers want to know, how can Trump message relate to black people and Roseanne Barr at the same time? And you think these crazy people ain't calling the dog whistle, ain't blowing the dog whistle? I don't get it. How? they're eating the babies. Come on, man. But black, I don't understand. So what part of Pan-Africanism is to let stuff like that slide, talking about black folks? Because I know y'all think they're just talking about Haitians. They can't tell you from a Haitian. They can't tell us from a Haitian. They can't. I want you to understand who they talking about. So, but didn't nobody want to come up tonight? Look, man, I appreciate everybody coming through, checking me out. I'm going to close out. Let me see. I'm going to close out. I'm going to close out with a song. I ain't going to even close out. Let me see. I'm with a song. I ain't going to close out with the Uncle Ruckus tonight. I ain't going to close out with the Uncle Ruckus tonight. Not even a song, just little words from Schoolie D.
We all agree tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is us. We're her problem. The only reason she has a problem is she doesn't want us here. And every time you come to accept be black, brown, red, or yellow, or so-called Negro, you represent a person who we have a common enemy. We have this in common. We have a common oppressor, a common exploiter, and a common discriminator. So once we all realize that we have this common enemy, then we unite.
Yeah, education of a black man and his people gather around school like school is a steeple. Black minds and black rights and black fights, supernatural black man and my black might. Some say that rap is just madness. I say I'm glad that I had this urge and the courage to merge a dope beat and a super dope poem. Sit on down and get a slap in the dome. Yeah, school, that's my name. Rap, that's my game. Love for my brother, black baby, that's my color, I'm a black man.
For the scene proceeds, you and I can use to get our problems solved. But then all the nations come together. We're a dark nation, but Africa proceeds. Some of them will do that. Some of them will look for that.
Some wanna stop me, some you wanna rock me. On stage, some you like to chop me. Cold money, my man, you hit a freeze. Make them all say please. Bring that beat back, the beat back was sitting. I like a black man, I never quitting. Some say the school is absurd. Pull my pistol, make them say word. Give you speed is what you need. But I never give you greed because greed is for a devil and not a rebel. I like school, I push you on a level. Some say you be American, but I say be a black man, baby. Education of a black man. School, that's my name. Rap, that's my game. Love, feel for my brother. Black, that's my color, baby.
Peace, I'm out. One love.